Hey, welcome back, you guys. All right, we're going to continue on now. If you haven't been following along, we started out in Hotshot, didn't work out, then we found Expediting, and now we really need this work because the bills are piling up. So it's kind of like, oh boy, we're going to make it. We're going to be able to buy food.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because I get hangry.
Hangry.
Yeah.
All right. This video is brought to you by
Hyfield.
If you're interested in doing what we do and driving one of these trucks for a living, reach out to Hyfield Trucking at the link and phone number in the video description. Let them know Truck and Travel sent you. Come on. All right, so in Expediting, it is week 22 for us, and this load, well, it's really hard to make money sometimes when you don't know what you're doing. 22 weeks into this, and it feels like we're getting it down. I feel pretty comfortable. So far, we're meeting our goals. Some weeks we don't hit our goals, and other weeks we do.
Yeah.
Our minimum goal to gross to the truck is $5,000
Per week.
Per week. And our goal minimum pay per all miles is $2. So it'd be nice to hit both those goals. Ultimately, it'd be really nice to get like a minimum of $25,000 gross to the truck each month. Mm-hmm. So that way, you know, we make over and beyond what we want, and then you can get bonuses too if you're with the right, if you have the right fleet. You know what I mean? If you have the right fleet owner, they're going to hook you up with some bonuses, and that's why we like Hyfield too.
Yeah.
They give, you know, the FedEx bonus, and then they have their own Hyfield bonus. So.
Right. Now this is, just to clarify, especially if you're new here, this is when we did not have a mentorship. So if you went with Hyfield, they do have a mentorship, which definitely helps you.
Oh, yeah.
There's no guesswork on like what areas you should go to, what
makes
you should
it
bid.
a lot easier to get to $25,000
You don't have to do trial and error.
Yeah.
So.
And also, if you don't have your own truck and you're going through Hyfield, you're not paying for maintenance, you're not paying for fuel costs.
No overhead cost, yeah.
Yeah, and if your truck breaks down for a long time, if they have an open truck available, they're gonna put you in that truck so you can keep moving and make money, because they also like making money.
Yes.
All right, now we're gonna look at week 22 for us in Expediting, see if we can make enough money. I'll say this was for like during the holidays, and so we didn't know what we was going to get into, but all right. This is for Monday. We start out at a truck stop in Indiana, southern Indiana. It's the Flying J. All right, we get a load while we was hanging out there over the weekend. Picks up on Monday in Louisville, Kentucky, and it drops all the way over at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. All right, Cinnamon, go ahead and tell us about this load.
So this load is actually a temperature load, and it is, the set point is 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 4 degrees Celsius. I do know it's 500 pounds, but I actually can't tell you how many pieces because, dun dun dun, it got canceled. So we did get some miles down though before.
You owe me a Coke.
So, no, go ahead. I was gonna say, I was pointing to you. That was the nod towards you. It's yours.
So, all right. So we did drive some miles. When we got there, it canceled. So we did 116 miles. All right, Cinnamon, go ahead and tell them what the cancellation, what they paid for the cancellation, and what it ended up being paid per mile.
For those 116 miles, the pay for those miles was $6.51 per mile.
Which is good.
Which is great. So they actually paid us $754.86 for this load.
And if you think about it, it's a day load for 116 miles, which there's nothing in there, but that's what we got paid to do for our time doing 116 miles. I mean, really, that's not bad.
No. For no work.
For no drop and all that, yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right, while we was in Louisville, Kentucky, at the pickup that canceled, we was fortunate enough to line up another one that picks up actually the same day, Monday, in Lockbourne, Ohio, and this one goes all the way up over and up to Troy, Michigan.
To the mitten.
And it drops the next day on Tuesday. All right, Cinnamon, go ahead and tell us about this load. Does this one cancel too, Cinnamon?
No, this one does not cancel.
Okay, go ahead and tell us about this.
So we are going to have to wear Ohio State stuff once we enter the Michigan state. So this is actually 2 pieces, 2 pallets, and it's 500 pounds. And there's no temperature requirement for this one, but there is still a requirement. It's not hazmat, but it is liftgate.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to make sure that, you know, since it's 500 pounds, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
But you wanna make sure if you're looking at loads and the requirement is liftgate, that it's not too heavy. Because like say, for the liftgate and for also, you're gonna have to maneuver it too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So say like a load is 4,000 pounds and it's 2 pieces, that means each piece is 2,000 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Or if it's just 1 piece and it's 4,000 pounds.
That's really hard. Like, so definitely take that into consideration,
Yeah.
just saying. Especially if one of your drivers has a bad back or, you know.
Or it has chicken legs.
Or it has chicken legs. Never thought I'd say that. So funny.
All right,
Go ahead
so
and tell us about the miles.
the loaded miles for this one was 226 miles, but if you look at everything, the deadhead to get there, and oh, by the way, after this one, we do go home because it's the holidays, and we're like, you know what? After this week, we're just gonna chill out.
We didn't want to stay in.
It's been a while since we've been home, and it's the holidays, we just want to chill out.
Yes.
So all of the miles, it's 571 miles. All right, Cinnamon, go ahead and break down the pay per all miles and the pay per loaded miles for this. And I mean, you might as well tell us what it paid.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to look at run miles first. So while we were loaded, those miles paid $5.31 per mile.
Okay.
So, and since we went home after and we had a deadhead there, if you're looking at all the miles, it takes it to $2.10 per mile, which is,
I think that's pretty
which
good.
still hits our goal of at least $2 per all mile. So
yeah, I mean,
great.
we more than doubled what the loaded miles were. You know what I mean? The loaded miles was 226, and we are more than double that.
Yeah.
So to be, you know, positive $2 per all miles, I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, so this load paid $1,200, which is just a small, tiny load, you know what I mean? And it's not too far from home or anything like that, so.
But if you
that's what
think
we got
about it, we
bid
was
for.
only driving Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah,
And if you add these two up, I think that's pretty good.
yeah.
All right, now we're gonna go over this week. Cinnamon, you wanna go ahead and tell them the total amount of miles we did?
So if you've been keeping track of like our average mile per week and stuff, this is definitely lower.
Yeah,
than it.
definitely
So
lower.
For this week's loads, the canceled and the one that we did run, the total amount of miles that we traveled was 687 miles.
Yeah. And so the pay per all miles for the week, it averages out to $2.85.
Woo. So we hit that goal.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I like that a lot, that it's almost $3. That makes me really happy.
Yeah, we always like to see those kinds of numbers. But we hit that goal. So our other goal of having at least 5,000 for the week,
Gross to the truck.
gross to the truck, we obviously did not hit. So for this week, since you know it's not even a week, it's just 2 days
Yeah, it's
basically.
just 2 days.
Our gross to the truck was $1,954.86. So we did not hit the goal that week. Or this week, so that just means that in the future we're always trying to, you know, hit that goal, and even more so we're going to try and go above our 5,000 one next week, you know, so hopefully.
All right, guys, we do want to remind you that, you know, if you get into trucking, or if you already are into trucking, it's a really great idea to not spend all of your money. Try to set some aside for them bad weeks and bad months. It's like the stock market, it goes up and down. Hopefully it keeps going up, but it doesn't always work out in our favor. And luckily we have some money set aside for this slow time, so that's good.
Emergency fund.
All right, now we're gonna go over our career so far. This is week 22. So this is the total amount of loads we've done. We've done 63 total loads so far.
The total amount of freight that we have, weight-wise, that we have hauled has been 59,345 pounds.
The total amount of pallets or pieces that we've had in the box, the truck, is 136.
The average weight per load is 942 pounds at this point.
The total amount of miles we've driven so far, even the deadhead, empty miles, it's 55,824.
The average mile per week that we've driven, so this past week was 600 and some. This is the average. The average is 2,537 miles per week.
Yep. Our average pay per week has gone down quite a bit. This really didn't help, but right now it's $5,657.23.
Which is still above our goal for 5,000, so that's still good. The total gross to the truck that we've gotten so far, this being week 22, is $124,458.99.
Yep. All right, now my favorite one is what's the truck averaging pay per all miles? And right now we're sitting at $2.23.
Yay!
Yay!
Woo! Yay!
We did it.
It's a joke.
But if you guys are interested in doing what we do, we highly recommend Hyfield. Especially take advantage of their mentorship and be successful. And occasionally, if you want to be your own, your own owner operator, you want to own your own truck, I still recommend Hyfield. And they occasionally sell trucks. They provide loans, so you can get a loan through them, and you have like the blanket of Hyfield.
And if you've never done trucking before, it's good to dip your toes in like underneath someone else, because you don't want to go all in and know nothing about it and think because of some videos that you're gonna love it, and then you go all in and then you absolutely don't like it, so it's best to
just get in and drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope you enjoyed it. We enjoy the comments, so leave one down below. God bless you guys, and we'll see you next time.
On to the next one.
On to the next one.
Bye.
See ya.
Adios.
Later.
Hasta luego.
See ya.
Did you already do that?
Yep.
Hasta mañana.
All right.
Ciao.
Ooh, look at the purple lights behind us. That's pretty cool. You see them on that? It's like a red truck.
Yeah, I think you see
Looks like a Freightliner. I don't know if you guys can see it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
See ya.
Dang it.